My husband wants to leave me. We've only been married for a little over a year. We met online and I moved to his state to be with him. After a while, we decided to move back to my hometown for a lower cost of living, so we could purchase a house. One of his friends moved to Thailand and has been living there for about 2 years now. My husband recently went to visit him on vacation. I couldn't go because of school. Right before he left, he started a conversation about wanting more sexual freedom in our relationship. This caused several arguments while he was in Thailand, and I was really hurting while he was gone. I spent a lot of time crying alone. The whole time he was there, he was talking about how badly he wants to move there now. It was pretty much all he talked about. He was scaring me because the way he was talking, it didn't sound like the plans he was making involved me. His friend owns his own business and made him an offer to be his partner and would give him a percentage of profits, so money would not be an issue in Thailand. I told him I wouldn't mind moving, but I'd like to visit to see the place first before making a permanent decision. At the end of the day, I love him, and I would go to the ends of the earth to be with him. He got back home 2 days ago, and last night he was acting weird, being secretive, sneaking off to talk on the phone. I overheard some of the things he said. I need to make a decision and someone's heart is going to get broken. And I interrupted his phone conversation and told him he needs to come talk to me now. Turns out a few things have been happening. He told me he has been deciding whether he is going to move with me or without me. He met someone that he slept with in Thailand and is still talking to her daily. He said something like, "I don't want to bring you across the world for us to be in an unhappy marriage." He also asked if I'd want him to stay if it means he won't be happy. I want to be clear, before all this started, I was the happiest person alive. I had no doubt in my mind that I was going to grow old and die with him. He kept calling himself selfish and saying he wants more for himself, things that I wouldn't be able to live with if we were together. He says he can't be the kind of husband I deserve. I told him he made a commitment to me and therefore owes me some effort to try. He said he needs time to think this decision over. He said he wasn't planning on discussing this with me until he made a final decision, but I could tell something was wrong. I told him he is making the dumbest mistake of his life. We have a life, a home. We've sacrificed so much for each other. I told him if he decided to leave me, he would regret it. I believe he has a stupid crush on this person, and I refuse to allow it to destroy our marriage. I told him I think that when he thinks on this for longer, he will realize that leaving me is a huge mistake. The issue now is that I don't know if our relationship will be the same. I know he slept with someone else. I know he might believe that living this lifestyle that he wants, he hasn't really explained what he means by that, could be more important than our marriage. He honestly seems like a different person. He said this trip changed him a lot, and I can see that. Before, he would move mountains for me. He said he still loves me and always will, but he doesn't know if he loves me in the same way anymore. I asked him to stop talking to this other woman while we are trying to fix our relationship. He said he doesn't think he can do that. He said she's still his friend. I responded, "How are we going to attempt to mend things when you have some other woman in your ear? Regardless, I am hurting immensely from this whole thing. I feel like I have a hole in my chest. I want so badly to fix things with him. That's the promise I made when I took my vows. But I don't know if he even wants to try to fix things. I feel betrayed. Part of me feels like our marriage is already over. I love him. I hate him. He said he will make sure I'm taken care of financially so that I can stay in our house. But this house isn't him. I just feel like my whole world has been tilted. I'm not sure what to do or whether to just move on. I hate becoming another statistic, and I'm still positive that he will regret this and want me back later. How do I try to fix this? How would I even go about trying to fix things? We are planning to see a marriage counselor soon.